Hi everybody, that would be an astrological focus for 2022 for Sagittarius sign and rising sign. Mainly it would fit for those ones who has a Sagittarius rising sign because of the house system. But I always suggest to listen your sign and your rising sign video as well, because these two together will give you the whole picture will be clear. So, I will talk about two aspects which has come from the last year, but that will be quite important because it will affect for us in the next year as well. So the first one is the Jupiter, which will move to Pisces, and it will happening in December 2021, but it will be here till 2022 middle May, so 11th of May, when it will change sign. I used to say that Jupiter is like a magnifier. So if it is finding their good things, it will magnify the good things. If it finds bad things, it will make it worse. And it is in your fourth house, so it could be family issues or good things in the family, or home, country, city questions, and property questions. So some example, if you had some problem with your roof and you didn't sort it out yet, and you didn't want to sort it out, now this problem can return for you, and it could be worse, so Jupiter will force you to sort it out. But if you wanted to start a renovation and you prepared yourself for this renovation, but it was not as good or as quick as you want, now Jupiter could help you to complete it. Also in family area, if you had any family issue, arguments, problems in your family, these problems can grow bigger. But also if you wanted to do changes and you started to prepare yourself for those changes, like you want to have a baby, you want to marry, or you want to divorce, all these things could work easier for you in this time. I also would say for those ones who want to change, want to move to a different place, different country, or anywhere, now Jupiter could help them. And it is also a good time to sell or buy a property. So yeah, you need to focus for this. And the other aspect, which will be quite important, which is Venus and Pluto, which will actually Pluto, yeah, it is in Capricorn long time ago, but Venus will stay in Capricorn for a long time now, and it will meet 3 times with Pluto, and it is your second house, so it represents your financial situation, the food what you eat, and all your talents, and the way how you make money. So yeah, mainly I would say everything what we own or what is yours. With Pluto, those things can change. I would say that usually Venus want to help you. So Venus is the planet of love, Venus is the planet of money, and also the planet of luck. So if you want to go with these changes and you want to take these Pluto energies, you could change your life actually maybe for forever. So with this aspect, you could lost almost everything what you have, or you can lost your job, or you can win on the lottery, or you can find a business which change your life for forever, because it could bring you so much money. So you really have to take care about the signs. They will meet first 2 times in December, 11th of December and 25th of December. So you really need to focus and see that what's happening around these dates, because that could be the first 2 signs for you before they meet on the third time. I also recommend to think about that what happens in your life 8 years ago, because we will have very similar aspect like 8 years ago, so very similar changes could happen in your life. And when will happen in the third aspect, so from January 24th till 6th of March, Mars move to your second house, and with this Mars aspect, you could spend more or you can make more money. And on the 3rd of March, Venus, Pluto, Mars will be together. I would count plus minus 5 days when you can feel the effect of these connections. But that's the third time for Pluto and Venus. And if you didn't go with these changes, what the Pluto and the Venus want from you, that will be the day when you need to go with it. But you will have no time for prepare yourself. It is just coming with the rush. And Pluto is like a detonator. It will blow up everything. So you may lose your job, you may hit the bank, and you have as much money as you cannot imagine now. Maybe your business go high or something like this. But also you really need to focus for your eating habits in this time, because it could maybe affect for this one as well. From 6th of March till 15th of April, Mars will move to your third house. It's interesting because here is the Saturn. Saturn want to hold back Mars, Mars want to move, and they affect to each other, and it is good now. So Saturn want you to learn, so that is the time when you could learn from the past, or when you can prepare yourself for real learning. So maybe you could study, or you could think about that what you want to do, and maybe you could change. So maybe you could change job, or you can start to go for a course, or learn languages or something like this. Especially languages could be a good idea, because third house talks about communication, and it is talk about siblings, neighborhoods. So if you have any problem, actually old problems could return for you, and now you have a chance to sort out those problems, because Saturn bring you old things, and Mars bring you affectivity. So that's a great time and a great period. On 12th of April, that will be a quite important day. You really need to write it down for yourself, because that's the day when Neptune and Jupiter will meet. And I would say that this is one aspect which will never ever happens again in your life, because it's more than 100 years still it's happening again in this sign. So you have an opportunity to change your life, but also you have an opportunity to make a huge mistake. And why is it? I said that Jupiter magnify everything. Neptune is the planet which is or dreams or hopes or senses or feelings and everything what we want, but also it made the things a bit foggy. And when Jupiter and Neptune meets, all those feelings, all of our self-confidence go high. So we want to follow our senses, we want to believe what we believe, but we do not check the that what is behind the picture, what are the exact details. We just believe, but we don't check. So with this one, if you could be realistic and you can keep your feet on the ground, then I would say that you could reach something huge. So you can with this one, I would say that you can get your dream. And because it is in your fourth house, mainly you need to think about fourth house matters. So you could ask your partner for marriage, or you can move together with your partner and you can't believe that how good is it. Or you could buy or sell your flat, and you could make a quite good business with it, but only if you not only trust in yourself, only if you check all the things behind, and if you are rational, because you could make mistakes in this time. So be careful. So that's the day when you can make a big mistake, and it is the day when you can get closer for your dreams. Okay, not only fourth house matters, but those areas are more affected. So you really need to also you could move to another country, or yeah, no other idea coming to my head now. The next aspect, which will be quite important for us, from 11th of May till 10th of October, Jupiter will move to your fifth house, which is the Aries. And Jupiter feel at home here as well, so Jupiter could be quite effective here. And what about this? So as a magnifier, if you have any problem, if you have kids and you have problem with them, that could be worst. If you are okay with your kids, you can have more harmonic relationship with them. You could help to develop your kids, or more make them more successful, or help them to reach whatever they want. Also, if you want to have a baby, but you have problem with it, and you didn't check a doctor, or you didn't work on it, this problem could be more worse. But if you start to prepare yourself, and if you want to work on it, and if you want a baby, now that's a great period for you to work on it, because you have more success. It is also good for those ones who like artists, who need to have a lot of creativity, or for those ones who need creativity in their life or job or so forth, because fifth house is the house of creativity, so you could use your creativity quite well. Also, we could be more nostalgic, and also it is a good period for those ones who are self-employed. They can make a lot of money now, or they can be more effective, or the business can grow. But if you have problems in your business, now this problem can, grow as well. So be careful. But if you want to start to do your own business, it is also a good opportunity for you to make it, because, you have good chances for this in this time. By the way, Jupiter will be retrograde, but it will return to Aries. So in the retrograde period, it will be not that effective, but it will be good enough anyway. From 15th of April till 24th of May, Mars will move to your fourth house, so it will meet with Neptune on 18th of May. That's a quite important day, because it is the day when, again, Neptune, you could feel like that you want to trust in your feelings and your sense, and you could make big decisions with this Mars, and it could be quite intense. I would recommend to be realistic before you decide, because you could make big mistakes. But also, that could be the day when you can see the results of the previous aspect, when Jupiter and Neptune met on 12th of April. So maybe that's the day when you see the results. So if on the 12th of April you gave up your job, now you can see that how good or bad decision was it. But also that's the day when you could make again a decision. So be careful. Also, if you want to sell or buy a property, again, be careful with it. Or if you want to have a baby but you are not sure that you are ready for it, let's count a bit that will I able to pay it, or do you have a big enough flat, or so forth. On 30th of April, we will have a solar eclipse in your sixth house, Taurus. That will be quite important again. Solar eclipse usually is a force from it's not inner story. It is something from your life, something pushing you. So maybe you lose your job, maybe you have an accident or so forth, and because it is in your sixth house, I would say that all of those things could happening. But solar eclipse is always the period when it's a day when good or bad things can, or good or bad periods can start or can end, or over. But we don't know that which is coming or which is going now. And you need to see in your life that now you have a good period which is coming for you, or you have a bad period. Also, solar eclipses can affect for you in 6 months period, so you could see the results of these solar eclipse on in the next 6 months as well. So yeah, but this is also a chance to change your life. So you, for a lifestyle changing, like start a new eating habit, or you could focus for your health, or you could start to go to gym, or you could change job, or you could start to work from home. So anything what is affecting for your everyday life. And on May 16th of May, we will have a lunar eclipse, which is in your 12th house. It's an inner changing, so something inside you will change. And usually with 12th house, I would say that that's the time when 12th house things happening, when we need to complete something which is here a long time ago. So everything what we postponed, now we need to complete. And that's the house where you could let things behind. So you can maybe give up smoke, or you can emotionally you can close down things. So maybe you could forgive for someone, or you can somehow you can let things go, maybe a relationship, or maybe a job or something. So this is what you could expect on these days. Something emotionally could change in you, but it's the time for complete something and face with the problem, or face with your emotions, or the time when you can leave behind something what is holding you back. On from 24th of May till 5th of July, Mars will be in your 5th house, and it will be quite important, because on 29th of May, Mars will meet with Chiron. Jupiter will meet with Chiron first, because Jupiter is already here. Chiron is the one who give you the wounds, but also give you the medicine, so teach you that how can you sort out your own problem. And because it is in your 5th house, it could be a problem with kids, or around kids, or from the childhood, so really old problems from your past, or with your creativity, if someone judged you because of how you paint, or what you do, or how you sing, and now you will be able to recovering from it. Or it could be also if you had your own business idea, or you wanted to be self-employed and you failed with it. Now you will see that why was it wrong, what's happened, and now you can find a solution for these problems. And Jupiter will be the first one who magnified the energy of Chiron, and on 16th of June, Mars will meet with Chiron. So I would say that would be the day when you can move forward, when you can do something, when you can act, when you can react. So when in the end of May, you will have the feeling, you will get the answer that what you should or could do. And that will be the day 16th of June, plus minus 5 days, when you can act, or when you can react. The next aspect will be from 5th of July till 20th of August, when Mars will move to your 6th house. And that's a quite important period. Also because in the same house, not the same house, in the 5th house, from July 28th of July, Jupiter will go retrograde, so it will be not that strong anymore. And because in the 6th house, two connections will happening. Uranus is here a long time ago, and the first one who will meet with Uranus here at the end of July, it will be the North Node. and it would not force you. It wants you to change your life, your everyday life, your lifestyle. So it will pushing you for changes. But on the 2nd of August, Mars and Uranus will have a connection, and that will be more important because both of them is very urgent. They want to change immediately. They want and like a flash. You have no chance to get ready for it. It is something what is happening, and you have no chance to change. You need to react immediately. You cannot postpone it. It is something what is coming, and you need to do with it whatever is coming. You need to do with it something, and you have no time to thinking. You have no time to do anything. You need to react, and that's the question: how you react and how prepared are you? So what kind of things can it bring for you? Normally I would say that because we have a Uranus Saturn square, that this is it could be an argument which could change your life. It could be an argument in your family, it could be an argument in your workplace with your boss, or with your parents, or with your kids, or anything. But also it could be an opportunity. So maybe you have maybe your boss call you that, hi, now we fire this guy, you have an opportunity to take his place, do you want it or not? But you have no time to think about. You need to say yes or no, and it could change your life hugely. So maybe you need to move to a different place because of this job, or you need to go to school, and you need to study, and you work maybe 8 hours, but now because of the school you need to work 12 hours in a day. So yeah, you could have good opportunities as well. But also it could be an accident, or an illness which could change your life. But also it could be a person who come into your life and wants you to change it. Also it could be a situation when your life changes. So maybe what else I can think about? Maybe you have an inheritance, or you have a pay rise, or whatever. Maybe you have a challenge what you can make, and now you decide that you will take it and you want to reach on it. So it could be many things, but you have to go with it because North Node wants it, and Uranus and Mars will not let you wait with it. You cannot postpone it. And the last big aspect, which will be quite important as well, from 20 of August till 2023 of March, actually so the next year of March, Mars will be in your 7th house in Gemini. Okay, we will have a retrograde period from 30 of October till 13 of January, but that is an important aspect because Mars is in one sign for more than 6 months, so it wants changes in your life, and it wants huge changes. 7th house talks about if you are all the person in your life, actually all the partners in your life. It could be a lawyer, it could be your doctor, it could be your business partner, and of course it could be your partner, so your lover, or not lover, mainly your partner, so your wife, your husband, and your girlfriend, boyfriend. With this Mars, we can make huge changes in these areas. So if you are a businessman and you need to make contract with others, or you want to, or you need more connections, with this Mars you can reach it, especially because it is in Gemini, so it is more effective in social life. Also, it is good for travel, but also it could bring you a lot of arguments with those people. you could be quite effective, or you could have a lot of anger and argument with this aspect. And same in your relationship. I would say if you have a good relationship, it could develop your relationship. But if you have a bad relationship, you could have a lot of arguments, and even you could break up with your partner. But if you are in a good relationship with this Mars, I would say that you could marry, or you could decide to have a child, or you could move together, or all of those things which can develop a relationship. So you really have to focus for your seventh house area in this time. And also you could be too fast, so you could make decisions too quickly. So you need to be careful. With Gemini, I would say Gemini talks about information. So before you decide, you need to know all the details. So before you break up maybe with your partner, you need to ask all the informations, because it is not the time when, oh, I thought that you have a lover. You need to check it, you need to ask it, and you need to make a decision when you see clearly, because with anger, or because of the exalt, because you are excited, you cannot make a decision so quick, because you could make a mistake as well. And the next aspect, which will be quite important before Mars will go to retrograde, which will be on 30th of October, we will have a Uranus-Saturn square again. It will be the fourth one. It will be not exact, but it will be quite important. And again, it is your third and sixth house, so it won't changes from you. So maybe you need to study something, maybe you need to move, maybe you need to face with your problems, especially with personal problems or communication issues, or you need to make a contract, or you need to go to a school, or you need to finish your course, or you need to make an exam. So these kind of things which are in our life long time ago will return to us, because this Saturn-Uranus square aspect is here since 2021 or maybe 2020, so it's quite important. On 25th of October, we will have a solar eclipse. It will take place in your 12th house, so it will force you again to complete something what you postponed. Now it will come back for you. So if you want to sell your house, you need to sell it now. If you started to do a renovation but you didn't finish it, now you will be forced to finish it. If you need to make a language exam but you postponed it, or any kind of exam, now you need to do it. But also that's a chance for you to let things behind, let it go, like let go a job, a relationship, a bad habit, maybe a smoking, or your feelings, or your connections, or your home, or your family, anything. So you really need to, I would say, forced to do it, because things will happening around you, and you have no chance to drive it too strongly. And again, on 8th of November, we will have a lunar eclipse. So something inside you will change, and it will affect for your everyday life. So maybe you will feel emotionally that the things on the way how it was or how it is not good, or it is good, or I want to make it better, or I want to leave it, or I want to change a job, or I want to have a baby, or I want to do sports, or I want to be more healthy, or so forth, and more healthy emotionally. So I want to give up my relationship, or I want to have a relationship, or I want to speak again with my family, or I want to move to a different place, I want to live close to my kids. So these kind of things could come back for you. And the last aspect, which will be quite important again, on 28th of October, Jupiter will return to your fourth house. So all these family problems or home or country or city questions, issues can return to you. But now, if you didn't completed all those things at the beginning of the year, now Jupiter will give you another chance to do it. So if you saw that what's wrong and what the Jupiter bring for you in at the beginning of the year, and if it wasn't good, now you can again work on it. And because it is retrograde, it will bring you back the problem or bring you back the situation. But as soon as it is direct again, and it will be from 23rd of November, you will have a chance from 23rd of November till 10th of December, you will have a chance to sort out and you will have a chance to move forward. So you could do things about your property or country or area or where you live, or you could make changes in your family. And again, on 10th of December, Jupiter will move back to your fifth house. So you can be more effective with your creativity, with your kids, or baby project can be in the picture again. Or if you are a self-employer, now again that could be or would be the time for you to reach more. So yeah, I hope that all of these things could help you and you could use it for your own development, and you can really listen for my advices, especially around April. And I really hope that this period in April will bring you the best results. Thank you for watching my video, and thank you if you follow me on the YouTube. Bye.